Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Overwatch. Hope you all are having a great day today. We are going to be trying to play Tracer in today's episode. Now one of the struggles we're going to have when approaching Overwatch content, when trying to do some live commentaries, specifically focused on one single hero, is what you are seeing happen in front of us right now. Everyone at the beginning of the game is going to want to play offensive characters. Now this can work out when both teams are heavily skewed and unbalanced, but oftentimes when you're actually trying to go for the win, having 4 offensive characters in your lineup and 1 support, probably not the best way to start out. I'm going to be trying some editing techniques in this video, so what you're going to see down at the bottom left is that I've made the HP a little bit bigger, which means that the portrait for the hero is a little bit bigger, and then I'm putting my face in that portrait outline. You can let me know what you think of this. Shouldn't obscure from the gameplay in any way at all, and it also should make it a little bit easier to see what my health is at any given moment, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. So the friendly team, as of right now, we have Tracer, Mercy, Zarya, Reaper, then Soldier 76 and Genji. So 4 offensive characters here. I don't think we'll have any issue dealing damage. Now again, not really a balanced team comp here. We could probably go for another really big bulky tank that could push in and get on that point and hold it down, but we will try to make the best of what we have. Now our left shift and our right click are going to allow us to teleport forward. Our E ability is what you just saw right there. It has a 12-second cooldown, and it's going to allow us to return back to a location that we were at previously and get some health back. Looks as though the enemy team has a Bastion over in the corner. I would love some healing from our Mercy. Hello. I could use some healing. I mean, I could just take this med pack when it comes back. I don't mind doing that. Okay. All right, so we're going to flank around behind the enemy team by using all 3 charges of our blink to go over that gap. Looks like someone from the friendly team is already on the point. So I'm going to flank around. Oh, that's a turret. Okay. So I'm going to flank around the side and try to take some attention off of them. However, it's a bit hard when there's a turret right there. Doesn't really look like he's repairing it too terribly well. Let's see if I can do some damage to this Mercy here. I don't think I'll be able to with that Hanzo in front of her soaking up those shots. Now, Tracer essentially does have a pea shooter as a gun, so it is a little bit hard to do damage to someone at range, but once you can get close to them, you can eat right through their health reserves, as you just saw there. We are being frozen by the enemy team's Mei, and I'm going to try to get out of there. She's going to dip into her ice block for safety, and I'm just going to try to keep dodging around these Hanzo bullets. These Hanzo arrows, rather. So they pushed me back pretty hard. We're just going to flank around to this side. Check to see if that Torbjorn turret is gone. It is! So let's kill their tank, shall we? And then zip right out of there. That sticky bomb on Reinhardt's back is going to take him out of the fight. There's the new turret. There it is, sitting inside that building right by the point. But we made some room by taking out their tank and helping to assist take down their Bastion right there. So we should be good to go, boys. I know Mercy's in here because I can see the beam. Let's try to take her down. Taking a little bit too much damage. We're going to have to retreat to the nearest health pack. If you want advice on how to improve in Overwatch other than, hey, shoot your gun at the enemy better, and hey, know what your abilities do, I mean, those are both pretty fucking important. It would be learn the location of all of the health packs on the map as soon as humanly possible. Being able to take care of yourself in this game is actually really important, especially in the early days where team comps are going to be completely all over the place. And we do have a dragon coming in for the enemy team somewhere. Where? Was that ours? No, it was theirs. I don't know where it was, though. Oh, there it is. I don't know if that was supposed to be doing, but hey. All right, let's try to sneak in here and get on this point. I don't think it's gonna... Okay. All right, though. I guess I'm just gonna come around the corner and get shot in the face. I guess that's what's gonna... Fuck! She didn't even hesitate. All right, I'm gonna be updating my friendly team on the status of my ultimate right now. I'm doing this by pressing Z. Also important. Teamwork's so fucking important in this game. You cannot treat this like a single player game. You always need to be coordinating everything with your team. So I'm just letting them know that my ult is ready. I should have recalled out. I actually hit G for grenade instead of Q because I'm bad. But we were able to take down the Bastion. Now, of course, Bastion's going to respawn at the same rate as I am, but he's significantly closer to where he or she, depending on who you talk to, significantly closer to where they are going. So, Yeah, basically that trade wasn't super helpful. We do have a Torbjorn on the point with these turrets. He's going to be doing a lot of damage trying to keep us back with that. So basically, we need to... I wanted to say thank you. Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to say. So basically, we're going to have to build up our charge and then move in with the sticky bomb on this Torbjorn. Ouch. Ouch. Should have recalled there immediately. On this Torbjorn if we want to have any leeway. Looked as though we do have a Bastion on these moving platforms, though, which is going to be a little hard to deal with. We're going to have to move in there and take him down as well. Definitely a priority target. Now, about right now is when I would normally switch out to Hanzo. And if this doesn't continue to go well, I am going to do that. Now, Hanzo is a defense character, so we are switching him up, and we would be playing him on offense, but he excels versus tanks and stationary targets like Bastion and the Torbjorn. So we actually should be able to do a lot of damage with him. Also, I'm pretty good at counter sniping with Hanzo. A lot of people stand still when they snipe, so it makes it really, really easy just to move in and deal some damage. I think I'm gonna do that right now. So this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say it's difficult to actually go into a game with the intent of playing a character and playing that character throughout your entire experience, because Overwatch is a rock, paper, scissors style team comp game. Like, Tracer will not do well in these situations. It doesn't matter how good, well, it does matter how good you are with Tracer. There are some exceptions to that, of course. Let's not be super close-minded. If you're fucking amazing on Genji, you can play Genji in basically every game and it'll be okay. But let's go ahead and try to take down this Bastion here. He does go around the corner, unfortunately, but we do get credit for that kill, so we do have the numbers advantage right now. Let's dip down here and try to help out. Now, Hanzo, he has a sonic arrow as well as a scatter arrow. The scatter arrow is going to allow us to shoot projectiles in all directions based on the impact location of the arrow. So you can shoot it down a hallway and all of a sudden have a ton of projectiles in that hallway. Now that we have a little space on this enemy team, we definitely need everybody moving in here for the win. Let's go a scatter arrow on that back line there. And it looks like, oh, Bastion coming back around on the high ground. He could actually wipe out our whole team here if we don't react to that. It looks like he made enough space for his team to get on that point contested. We're this close to winning the video game. We are so damn close. I'm going to stay on Hanzo because it looks like our team was victorious and that went very well. So, I poked at their backline until that stopped working for me. Then I switched to a character that I knew would be good versus stationary targets, and I was able to win the game. Play of the game goes over to this guy. Let's see what it did. Let's see what it did. What'd he do? Okay, you shot someone, didn't connect. What? Okay. What a play. What a play. Hopefully we're going to go on defense now, because I like to do one round of each. I feel like it's better. I mean, this doesn't really paint the whole picture, does it? I don't feel like it does.
Epic.
Epic. Yeah. It's just so epic. Looks like we might hit level 12. Oh, come on. What is that? What is that? All right, everybody, we are going to be defending on the same map right now. The friendly team looking a little bit more diverse this time. We do have Tracer. Again, I'm going to try to stick to Tracer as long as I can. Even though she's an offense character, she's really good at getting to the back line of teams and dealing a lot of damage, so we're going to try to do that. Then we have a Mercy, Widowmaker, Diva, Junkrat, and Reinhardt. So, again, I am going to position behind the enemy team. We can kind of see where they're looking to come out here at the start. So they already saw me and they already know I'm going left, but it doesn't look like anyone's on this side. So we're just gonna hang out here for a few seconds. We're gonna let the enemy team walk by, and then we are gonna go try to pick off someone on their back line. Now, we don't know what the enemy team's composition is quite yet, so we are going to have to kind of adjust on the fly. Kind of sounded like someone was close here. Nope. Okay, so they're going to be rushing out. They won't be looking behind them because why would they? And now we can sneak up behind them and try to deal some damage. Who do we have right here? Oh, Zenyatta. Baby girl. All right. Starting off strong. Let's try to get this Mercy. Okay, we're being pushed back by the enemy team, so we'll go steal their health pack. And then I would love to flank back around, actually, from the same way I came. It's ballsy. But I'm a ballsy player. We're going to rewind to get all of our health back that we just took from that Pharah. And let's poke at that Reinhardt a little bit. Try to get behind him here. Hello. Goodbye. We do have rewind again off cooldown. is so very... Look how long I've kept these guys like pinned in this little corner just because they don't know where I'm going to be attacking from. That's such a big deal. All right, let's kill their tank. There we go. Stuck him and now we leave. Easy kill. All right, we need to take down that Zenyatta. Zenyatta is actually a really big counter to us if we kind of let him set up for it. Genji can also be a big deal as well, so I went back for a health pack just to make sure that I was going to be at full health. Now we need to rinse and repeat. We need to get behind them again before they start to push in, and they can already see me moving back out. So I'm just going to go this way. I'm going to take the long way around. Just buy some time. Wait for them to regroup over there, and it looks like they're doing just that. So here we go, on Mercy. Hi, baby girl. Don't forget to use your melee when you are playing. Oh. We got stuck in a trap by the Junkrat. Let's try to move this way. Don't forget to use your melee when you are playing Tracer because it is a significant amount of damage. I believe it's 50 damage. And when your job is to kill the squishy backline heroes, 50 damage actually adds up pretty quick. Let's try to assist with this Pharah, moving out of these rockets before they hit the ground. Target priority also very, very important on this character as well, you know. In a situation like that where there's a Pharah and a Mercy, I know that the higher priority there is a Mercy because she can do more for her team in most situations than just the lone Pharah can. Now that Widowmaker may present a couple problems. Number one, I can't really get up there. I probably can if I did some crafty blinking actually. Really? I mean, I think I could get over there if I jumped on that building, but I don't think it'll be worth it at that point. Genji moving in through here with very, very low health. He is going to be taken down. We see Mei. We're going to recall out of that chill and then try to move around to the left here instead. We do see that Widowmaker though, so we don't want to stay out in her line of sight for very long. And now we're going to come around behind her to try to deal some damage. And we do just that. Sticky Bomb on the enemy team's Mercy is going to take her down. Now Mei's pretty overextended. Of course, she can dip into her little ice block to get health back, which she's doing right now. Looks like Genji found us though, so we are gonna need to go get some health, or at least position so we can get to health quickly. She should not have her ice block. No, she did not, and we are gonna take her down. The friendly team still holding that objective. 1 minute, 52 seconds to go. Oh, they have McCree now, I guess. We'll just go ahead and rewind out of that damage and try to take down. Oh, good shot from the enemy team's Widowmaker, and we are gonna fall. 7-player kill streak is going to be ended. She killed a mine. I wonder if she... It's a good shot. All you have to do is body shots on Tracer if you are playing Widowmaker. So if I did a better job of kind of using my blink cooldown a little bit more and just kind of zipping around, changing directions, going from side to side, not necessarily going in the path that I'm looking, because of course your blink, if you're moving to the right, will take you to the right. If I did a little bit better job of moving around there, we definitely could have... Okay, we're gonna get away from that Widowmaker again. I already know she knows how to body shot me. Sticky Mine on Reinhardt is gonna take him down. She did take my health pack here, so we're gonna have to punish her for that. Apparently someone on the enemy team's back here because she just glided to them. I guess it was Tracer. I don't really... Too far! Too far. That Mercy had 3 HP left though. They do have 1 checkpoint on this A, so even if we do push them off, they will get that congestion back, or it kind of stops at that cap, I guess. And it looks like they might just cap A. Okay. So that means we need to adjust, because as they continue to push in here, it's going to be a lot harder for me to actually get behind them. They're going to be a lot more focused. They won't necessarily be trickling in as much. It's definitely an area that would incentivize them to... to gather together. So that's kind of hard for Tracer to deal with. So we could go for someone like Pharah, who does some more AoE damage, because more than likely, that's some really good reaction time. More than likely, the enemy team will be clumping up in corridors. Now, I could also play Junkrat in that scenario, and also, you know, Hanzo actually wouldn't be that bad either. So we can kind of do it based on what we see the enemy team doing. Hammer has been thrown down by the enemy team's Reinhardt, so my plan was to get in there on the back line, but unfortunately McCree saw through that and stopped me in my tracks. I'm going to zip off here to the right again, grab this health pack, and then try to flank one more time. We kind of need to let our blink stacks come back off cooldown before I can be too much of a... Nope. If you are ever near a McCree, get away from that McCree. That is my advice to you now. Follow this advice and you will live a long, happy life as a Tracer. There we go, got her. There's a health pack underneath this building that we'll get to really quick. I don't think I want to go that close to a McCree, but it looks like the friendly team's doing a pretty good job over here. I'm going to try to throw down one of my grenades. Looks like it will get at least one kill on the enemy team's McCree. Good res from the enemy team's Mercy, however, is going to keep them in the game in this area at least. Looks like, oh, what hit me? This is when I'll watch the kill feed. Now that I think about it, actually, a lot of you were complaining in the earlier, not really complaining, but giving me feedback in the earlier videos. Complete luck. I just happened to walk into the wrong place at the wrong time. Give me feedback that I need to show the kill cams more often. So, my bad. I heard that feedback before. I promise I will try to show it. The enemy team is pushing it pretty hard though. So what I'm going to do, I'm not anywhere near having my heroic ability. I'm going to switch out to Winston. I went to Winston specifically because I wanted to jump on this point and stay there when I res. However, yeah, let's just get out of there. She can stay up there. I don't really think there's much I can do when she's in that particular situation. Winston could have re-engaged on that point very, very quickly, and he has the staying power to actually contest that point. So while I don't necessarily want to play Winston for, you know, the rest of this match, jumping to Winston at that particular moment in time could have been a pretty good idea, in theory. Is he contesting this? No, we got it. I do... that fucking... Alright, let's go Hanzo. No, let's go Pharah. Let's go. No, actually, I think McCree's a pretty good counter to Pharah, and they already have a Widowmaker. So let's, and we, more importantly, already have a Widowmaker ourselves. So we want something a little tankier. Maybe let's try a Soldier 76. Let's try to get in there and deal a little bit of damage. Soldier 76, pretty all-around good character. He can keep himself alive, and he can also deal some pretty impactful damage to the enemy team in the right circumstances. These are not necessarily the right circumstances. We can go ahead and fire a rocket in there to make sure that kill is secured by Reinhardt. We didn't actually get any credit for that kill because we were shooting into that shield. Now, we are not necessarily going to be any better off fighting the McCree with our Soldier 76. In fact, I think we're in a little bit worse of a position fighting the McCree as Soldier 76. But one of the things we can do is try to keep him at a distance with our shift. This is our sprint. Our E ability throws down a heal on the ground. Oh, almost. Looks like we are going to be frozen here. Hopefully the friendly team comes in, but she actually put up a really good wall there, breaking the line of sight from me and my team so they weren't able to protect me. You know, I think might be better than something offensive. I'm going to stay this character just because I have a decent amount of my my ultimate built up and I want to use it. But I think maybe a Lucio in this situation might actually be pretty good. The enemy team's pushing in really hard. We do pick up a kill with our Helix rockets. That's our right-click ability. We were able to secure a kill right as they started to push in, which took a lot of momentum away from us. But of course, the Widowmaker for the enemy team doing a great job of constantly applying pressure to me. The enemy team is on the point right now, but we are contesting. It looks like the enemy team's Tracer is right here as well. I did miss with the melee, unfortunately. Melee super strong versus Tracer because her health is so low. Just crazy low. The enemy team has a minute to move in here. I feel like I've said an enemy team a lot this game. Let's fire some Helix rockets down in their general direction. Let's just try to apply some damage to them. Now, of course, nope. Now that we see Widowmaker, we break line of sight. Now, of course, they can easily heal all of this damage back because they do, of course, have a Mercy that's been doing a great job this whole game. Looks like she may have just died, however. All right, there we go. Helix rockets right into the chest of that Reinhardt is going to take him down as he was trying to use his E ability. Hey, baby girl. How you doing? Just going to heal a little bit. Don't mind me. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. Now, 25 seconds the enemy team has to move in here, and we're going to be respawning right about the tail end of that. But we do have Soldier 76's ultimate, which is basically just fucking auto aim. Like, if you've never played a shooter before, play Soldier 76. We kind of want to be on the high ground for this, though, so we're going to make sure that we're poised and ready to defend from up here. Someone is on the point, and here we go. I got you in my sights, baby girl. We're going to start to take these guys down. A good Reinhardt shield is actually going to stop the majority of my outgoing damage there. We do see the enemy team's Widowmaker back there on the wall. We do hit her with a Helix rocket. Not enough to take her down, but enough to make sure that she can't move in and contest the point. Not bad. Not bad. Again, I wanted to dedicate this entire video to just Tracer, but it doesn't really make sense to dedicate an entire video to Tracer. This game's all about changing to meet the obstacles that you face constantly, and I think we did a pretty decent job of that. Our team was pretty good. We ended up winning the video game. Really nice Riptire right there. Ended up getting 3 kills. While I don't think I played particularly well on Tracer, she is my favorite character in the game right now, and that's a skill that I'm going to continue to develop, as my time in the game increases. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to give it a like. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Do you like the webcam placement? Do you like the health being a little bit bigger? Let me know. And of course, if you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.